y'all doing?
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with it.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. So, what's going on here? What do you want me to do?
Sit down.
Sit down, please.
Sit down?
Sit down.
Sit down. Sit down next to you.
Yes.
Good looking woman.
So we talked about the story of God.
We talked about the story of God. You know, just luck. It's just the way the ball's rolling now, the way the cookie is crumbling. You know, it's just no, it's not a thing.
Did you reach out?
They always reach out for me. I don't, you know,
Damn right.
Right. They don't get word. Hey, do you know that TheMovieReport.com is going to do a Ben-Hur? Oh, really? Okay, call them and find out if there's a role I can play. No. They call. I mean, as a matter of fact, Timo called me because we worked before. Got along quite well. Turned out that he likes me, and I really have this respect for him. Marriage made in heaven. You know, one of the, you said theme before about one of the themes that seems to be running through my roles is this character who is like a mentor to younger people. The Magic of Belle Isle was this drunk writer who saw this spark in this young girl, sobered myself up, and started mentoring her. And so,
I get you.
Mentoring us, you're so established in your humor.
See, that's taking yourself seriously. I don't do that. I do not presume for 1 minute to be able to call an actor aside and say, let me tell you how you can improve.
Can you find
No, I've had maybe 2 occasions to give an actor, a younger actor, a technique for something. For instance, hitting a mark. You know, they on the floor of a movie set, and there's a mark that you have to get to so that you're in focus on blah, 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 blah. How do you do that? So there were tricks to it. And so sometimes I would find it beneficial to say to an actor, this is how Spencer Tracy used to do it. You know, things like that.
so you're
You could say that, but I won't say that. I don't think so. This version, for one thing, you know, I think all 3 movie versions were actually adapted from the book. So the first adaptation then, and then another adaptation in '59, and then now here's another adaptation. With each adaptation, the question is, what part of or how much of the book story do you want to tell? What are you looking for in this? What's the most exciting thing about it? Well, the chariot race, of course, that's Ben-Hur. And when you think Ben-Hur, you think chariot race. But Timur didn't want that to be the actual story. This is a story that is really steeped in much deeper elements of human existence than just that. So that's why I think we were talking so much about tolerance, redemption, forgiveness, because that's what actually resonates in this adaptation, I think, film. There's a lot more to it. You know, you see, my character had a lot more to do than Hugh Griffith's character. Yeah, I practically own the movie. I narrated. When you have worked with a director and you both pulled it off, so to speak, I mean, you know, never at each other's throats, or at the point when I felt like, no, hey, you got this, I'm out of here, or we got along quite well in Wanted. Now, years later, you get a phone call from that same director says, I want you to be in this picture I'm going to do. Number one, you feel like, okay, I didn't alienate this director at all. As a matter of fact, he's coming back. So that's like a big thing, you know. It's a feel-good thing. Mostly, and it's a good role in a huge film, on a great location. Boy, a lot of yeses there.
Yeah.
Hillary asked me to. Not Hillary herself, but her people asked me to.
That's 'cause
I think that's meaningless. That a long time ago, I came to the conclusion on my own that stars don't make movies. Movies make stars. So if I knew who Jack Houston was, I didn't know Toby, but they were hired by the same person who hired me, and I trust his judgment because he called me. So I have no questions about who I'm working with once I get on the set. The questions would only come up when an actor shows up and he does not know what he's doing. By that I mean, what are my lines?
Not prepared.
And that's
So the
big
scene,
design.
the scene,
Early on, right after he's freed Judah and he's learned about Judah's need for vengeance, he explains to him, I've traveled your road. You can't kill them all. You won't die, but there is a way to do it. And this is the way. So, yeah, I'll spend what I have to make this happen. Because if I've got the right person doing it with me, you can't lose. That's his deal. You know? So he imparts that to Judah. You can't lose because you're going to bring at least a portion of their arrogance to its knees. Well, it's very hard to disappear completely in a lot of roles. I mean, there are roles where you can just be gone. But most of them, no, there is something of you that always is going to leak through. That's you are who you are. You know, your eyes are blue, your hair is blonde. So I guess that
It's not a choice.
Yeah, it has to be some part of my personality that bleeds through, at least for you.
Yeah.
I never have these hopes. I just couldn't care less what you take away from it as long as you take something away other than the money that you brought with you. You know what I mean? Just don't go out and ask for your money back. I mean, we really screwed up. But I always look at stories as like anything else. You can't do a painting, any kind of painting, and then tell the audience what to look at, what to come away with. You know, whoever looks at your painting, 14 people will look at the same painting, and 12 of them will tell you something different that they saw. It's what they say about eyewitnesses. You know, we all want to see something different, something that our own personal life feeds into that story that gives them a return.
you
do so many things, and
I don't know. I don't. There was no formula that I, developed, or I don't know.
everyone just trusts you. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. Of course, I appreciate hearing that. I'm just a guy who wakes up in the morning. No. There was a very wonderful wig maker in Rome who actually did the wigs for me, for us. for driving Miss Daisy in 1988 or 89, whatever that was. And they was, every time I talk about him, his name is right on the tip of my tongue. It won't come out. But he's like the scion of a family that's been doing this for generations. You know, I mean, he has a warehouse that is just full of hair, every kind of hair you want, and all these different wigs and things. And he made that wig for this character, and I thought it was spot on. Yeah, they want us to do it again, so we're going to.
Different religions or just different looks at the same ones?
No, we have to try to do the religions we haven't done.
That's an incredible series, by the way.
I'm glad you all like it.
I like binged it in one
Thank
day.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.